Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess. If you have not seen me before, welcome to my channel. I like to bring you videos about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and mental health. Today's video is going to be how I get my really luminous acne covering foundation routine for summer. I really love this look. It is the most long wearing out of all of the makeup that I wear just because of how I base it together, but keep in mind I've got dry skin, so if you have oily skin you'll just have to adjust a little. But if you guys would like to see how I achieved my skin looking like this, then please keep on watching. So to get started, I have already done all of my skincare, and the first thing that I do is hop into some sunscreen. This is my favorite sunscreen at the moment, or actually for the past year or so. This is the Glossier Invisible Shield Daily Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum SPF 35, and this is a clear formula. It's not white. This is one of the few sunscreens that doesn't break me out. I've just been breaking out really consistently lately for like the past few months. Now that I'm all sunscreened up, I'm going to add something illuminating. Not a lot of my products today are super illuminating, so I want to bring some life back into my face. And the thing about having acne and having dry skin in my case is you want the longevity of makeup. You want to make sure you're not like sweating off your base during the course of a day or night, but at the same time you don't want to look crusty, because crusty is not cute, and at that point you would rather just see all of my little red spots, because at that point who even cares? I just look like a crocodile with makeup on. So we're not doing crusty today, we're doing like as dewy as I can with longevity. So for that I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs Dewdrops in the shade Do You. And this is a beautiful champagne gold highlight. It is a liquid highlight. I just do one full pump on the back of my hand. If you do have very oily skin, I would recommend doing like maybe a half pump, but you know, you do you. And I'm picking this up on a MOTD Mr. Handyman brush, and I'm going to apply this to the bridge of my nose, to the tops of the cheekbones, a little on the chin, and on the forehead above the brow. So you'll notice that this is actually like a wee bit dark for me. That's fine. I'm putting foundation over it, and you might be like, why are you putting foundation over your cream highlight? And that's because I want it to look a little bit dewier, but I don't want it to look too sparkly, because I do have breakouts in my highlighting areas, so I don't want too much visible like glittery sheen there. But this is just to create some luminosity to the skin and make sure that the foundation doesn't end up sitting just a bit too heavy. So this is what I do, and you can see I'm already getting that beautiful luminosity. Luminosity is your friend. Even if you have oily skin, I would rather see that than something dry and caked on. For my skin today, I'm going to be mixing two products that I know and love, and I'm going to be mixing the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation with a little bit of my IT Cosmetics CC Cream. The Peach Perfect Foundation I wear in the color Snow, and the CC Cream I wear in the color Fair. We're doing a full pump of each, and I'm just gonna use the MOTD brush that I used to highlight, because whatever. And I'm just going to start striping this on my face. And I'm a poor unfortunate soul who has a little bit of breakout on their neck right now, so that's just regular. That's what we're dealing with. And I'm taking a very damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to start bouncing this into the skin. Now, the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte is a transfer resistant foundation, so this is going to stay put, it's gonna stay pretty, it's gonna give us that longevity that our skin desperately needs. Like, I don't care if you have oily skin, then use a mattifying primer or an oil control primer, but still all of these tips are so applicable. Even if you do have an oily skin, you just adjust, because the idea of doing a full coverage foundation makes sense. When my skin is breaking out, the last thing I want to do is embrace its texture. I want to erase. I want to eradicate the fact that I ever had a different face other than the one I could get through full coverage foundation. I'm there with you. I get it. That being said, the more natural your base looks, the better, because then when you go to spot conceal, you have areas where it literally just looks like your skin and the coverage is only placed where you really need it. By adding the CC cream though, I'm getting a little bit more luminosity. I'm getting that beautiful blend. To spot conceal, I'm going to be using my Glossier Stretch Concealer, and this is in the color Light 10. This is a super emollient concealer, but what I like about this for like summer skin and coverage is that this just like always matches my skin perfectly. And I might make a little mixture on the back of my hand of other concealers, but the coverage of this is still, it's heavy without being too heavy, which is what I like. I'm just gonna take a Real Techniques Deluxe crease brush and swirl a little bit of that product on the tip of the brush and pounce it over top of my spots. And I have darkness around my mouth, so I always take a little around there just because I want to look bright, healthy, awake, luminous. I want my bank balance to be higher. You know, I want to just do as much as I can with these products as I possibly can achieve. I'm never after like the kind of coverage that like you can't tell that I ever have pores. Like, I get it, makeup only does so much. So like this skin to me, like, damn, this looks great. This is flawless to me. So even if you can still see some texture, like, I'm just gonna be cool with it. This is just okay. I'm not a huge fan of contouring in the summer. I know. What does that even mean? I have a little moon face. It's just so round and chubby. I'm a bronzer girl in the summer. I'm not a self-tanner kind of person, but she'll do some bronze. So this is my Bite Beauty multi-stick in the color Honey Wheat. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this onto my Kat Von D number 10 brush and work this down the back of the cheek, but also like higher up on the cheek than a contour. So this isn't sitting directly in the contour. It's going around the perimeter of the face for sure, but I'm pushing it into the skin so it creates some of that warmth that the sun would give me if I were to ever go outside, which I don't because I'm a vampire. A vampire, but also like kind of an old crone, you know, with like the long hair and the like gross long witch hands. I mean, that's who I am deep down inside. And I'm just kind of pushing this into the skin. I'm really focusing on the high points of the face. Yeah, I am the old crone that like hides indoors all summer, and I'm cool with it. Like, I think maybe it's just who I am now. And I do still draw a little under the chin because we still eat carbs. So when I say we, obviously I mean me. And then I always go and beauty blend all of that out because God help me, I am not going to be wearing like a warm brown chin strap. You know, I'm not here to do that. I would rather look like I didn't put enough bronzer on than too much bronzer. Next up is picking up my under eyes because they're like on the ground in baggage claim. I've got the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer in the color Light Ivory and just beauty blending that out. Now I'm gonna need some blush. I have been so loyal to the Glossier Cloud Paints. It's actually kind of ridiculous. I'm playing Gotta Catch Them All like Pokemon vibes. Like, honestly, I just want every color because they all look better than the last. But yeah, I'm using the color Beam, which is a beautiful peach color. I'm doing a little dollop on the back of my hand, which seems reckless, but I'm gonna show you what I do. I did just dab like the remainder of the tube onto my cheeks, and I'm using a BH Cosmetics 126 brush, and I'm just going to buff that in real quick so it doesn't leave a little dot on my face. And you're thinking like, oh yeah, that's cute, good blush. No, that literally isn't even the beginning. Now I'm gonna take that brush and swirl and pat that on my cheek. I fell back in love with blush. Like, so after I deposit what I want on my cheek, I start picking up the rest on my hand and patting it over the rest of my face. Why? Because if I actually went outside, I would turn into a little lobster. So I think it's a cute look to like put a little on my chest, around my neck. Like, I'm not trying to fake tan, but I am trying to convince you that I don't take a ton of vitamin D supplements every day. You know what I mean? It's like that healthy middle ground. It's like that peachy kind of flush. Put it on the tops of your shoulders. And then I take the Beauty Blender and I work it in. Not because I'm trying to make it less intense, but because I want to make sure once again that we're really well blended. This is super, super luminous and I love it. But I have the Glossier Halo Scope. This is the Halo Scope in quartz. It's a beautiful cream highlight. I'm running it down the bridge of my nose. I do the Rianne of Wife Life, if you watch her. She calls it the sweaty bridge. It's like the bridge of the nose that connects your eyes together here. You just do like a little half moon shape over your nose. I do that, a little down the bridge, a teeny bit on the tip. I do dab more onto the cheek. You don't have to. You can just leave it really luminous there, but this is what I've got to do. I haven't been wearing powder, and I'm sure you're thinking, then what was the point of this video? The point is Urban Decay All-Nighter. This is my setting spray. I didn't believe that setting spray could make you matte. I genuinely didn't until this. So I'm gonna spray this all over my face. You absolutely can powder this, but you'll see it starts to dry down. It starts to look a lot less wet looking, but just on the cheek. Like down here on my jawline, it doesn't look super dewy. It just looks really like healthy and luminous. And that's what I'm after. I'm never after matte, full coverage. Like if you can see my texture and my breakouts, oh well, but you're staring at my cheekbone first. That's the illusion. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. All of the products that I've used today, even the ones that I didn't show you how to use, will be listed in the down bar and linked just in case. Some of them are affiliate links, but most of them are not, in case that is something that you are concerned about. I hope you guys did enjoy this video though, and I hope you're all having an amazing day, and I'll speak to you guys in the next one. Bye.